Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for what you don't see coming. I'm doing some bonus readings because it's a little bit too early to do the mid-monthly readings, but you have this Great and Full card and this Merry Motive card. Two very good cards. This Great and Full card always reminds me of like the Ace of Cups for obvious reasons. So you could be feeling just more happy. The Merry Motive card just says that you have like the reason you're doing things is for happiness or joy in your life, which of course is always good. So I feel a lot of you could just be feeling more fulfilled, or you're finding fulfillment, which maybe you don't see coming, or maybe it seems a little bit impossible based off of like where you have come from, right? Or based off the challenges that you've been kind of going through. And this, like I said, this definitely looks like a good thing to me. So we'll have to see what comes up. But the Merry Motive card is, like I said, having positive intentions or reasons for doing what you're doing in life. You start here with the Two of Cups. This is coming up in how you are entering into the reading. And the Two of Cups can, of course, be love, but the Two of Cups is also you and your higher self. And I definitely feel that you could be kind of communicating with your higher self. I do also feel that something that you're not seeing is maybe higher self communication. So I would be paying attention to like signs, symbols, synchronicities, things like that with the Two of Cups. Because, again, I really feel this is more talking about you and your higher self. And your higher self is trying to guide you. And so I would pay attention to those messages. Your crossing energy, which can be what hurts you or helps you in a Celtic cross, is the Justice card. The Justice card is cause and effect. I feel like there is balance. Like, that was stupid, Scorpio. I feel that there are some things that are definitely not working in your life. I feel there are also some things that you think aren't working that are. And so, like I said, balance. Life is not black and white. It's like sometimes we can work on something and it's just definitely not working. Other times, we just need to change our approach. I almost feel that the Justice card is encouraging flexibility. If there's something you want in life and it's not working, I feel this is saying, like, you don't have to quit. You just have to change the approach to how you are working on whatever it is that you're working on, right? And so I would stay flexible. With the Justice card, I would experiment, try new things. I always say I have a 90-day rule. My 90-day rule is every quarter I work on a new project, right? Or I work on something new, or something that I'm already working on. I'll work on an improvement for like 90 days. And I have found that 90 days is like a good amount of time to give something to where it allows me to experiment with whatever it is that I'm working on, allows me to try new things with the idea. But it's like enough time to give something for it to work or not, right? And I feel that would be like a really good approach for you with this Justice card, is that, if you're worried about investing your time into something and you're saying, well, I don't know if this is going to work, I would just give it 90 days and see if it does or see if it doesn't, right? And maybe you have to change your approach as well. Next, in the area of what's on your mind or the area of your thoughts, you have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is a card of celebration, happiness, your community. These three women are celebrating a harvest. So a lot of you could be thinking about a harvest that you're hoping to have in your life. You also have the Eight of Pentacles and the Six of Wands in this reading in the future positions. The Eight of Pentacles is like straightforward, diligent work. The Six of Wands would be success or victory. So I do feel that like if you have a goal or a harvest that you are trying to create in your life, that you are going to get there. And the other thing is that we go Hierophant to the Tower. You always get the Tower with me, Scorpio. It's like it wouldn't be a Scorpio reading without the Tower. Now, the thing is that the Hierophant is a fixed belief system. The Tower is coming down to reality. It is like breaking the illusion, or, kind of like seeing that you don't have to follow these rules of the Hierophant, right? And so I actually feel pretty good about the Tower because it's probably breaking you out of the box. Hierophant is inside the box thinking. And I feel that's what will help you accomplish whatever you're trying to accomplish. Next, in your foundation, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles as a foundational energy is pretty good. Nine of Pentacles is gratitude and luxuries. It's abundance, creating abundance. I feel that the Nine of Pentacles, I think that something that you don't see that would be beneficial with the Nine of Pentacles is a change in your environment. For example, like a week ago or 2 weeks ago now, I moved my office around. I have this new background. Made me feel a lot better, right? I feel much, much better recording in this direction. Why? I don't know. It looks better. I only had like a foot behind me over there. I have like 10 feet behind me here, so it's like more room, or it feels like more room. So you never know how changing your environment or just correcting the environment that you're already in can improve your life. This could include like spring cleaning or things like that as well. And sometimes just doing that makes you feel better, and it allows you to be more successful in life. So I would definitely encourage you to look at your environment that's around you and, think to yourself, like, how can I create an environment of success? Or, how can I make my space better in any way possible? And that's what I would do with the Nine of Pentacles. Next, in your past position, you have this Moth Spirit. It says, appreciate where you are in your journey instead of wishing it were easier or different. You have this Pisces card. It says, boundaries. It says, set and honor your boundaries to avoid being taken advantage of. So this is coming up in the past. These are things that you've probably already done in your life, and I would continue to hold your boundaries, especially because we have the Three of Cups in the area of your thoughts. Three of Cups is a good card, but I always say that Three of Cups is focusing on those really strong quality connections in your life. And so you might find moving forward into the future that there are less people in your life, but that doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. It could be a good thing because, it's saying you're putting up boundaries against people who aren't right, and you're focusing in on the quality connections, which is exactly what I would do. You have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is a never-ending nightmare. So again, it's good that this is showing up in the past position. I consider this to be the worst card in the tarot, not the Tower, not even close. I think, to me, the Tower is a good card personally, but, what I would say here is that the Nine of Swords is a very challenging energy because he's having a nightmare and he's stuck in a nightmare, but he's also not doing anything to change his situation. He's staying stuck in the nightmare. He could easily get out of bed. So the Nine of Swords kind of represents being in pain, but not being in enough pain to create the change. And so, having this in the past position, like I said, is definitely a good thing. And sorry, I just knocked over that deck. Next, in the area of your very near future, you have this purification and relaxation card. I do feel it would be a good time for both things, getting rid of toxic energies and also taking some time for yourself would be a good idea. Healing. We are in a really good time for healing just in general. So I definitely pretty much encourage every single person to take time to heal and, clean up their vibe. You have the Hierophant. The Hierophant can represent inside-the-box thinking, like I already said. He has a certain rule structure or belief system that he sticks to. I do feel that you are going to be experiencing, probably over the next few months, a breakdown of your belief system. I've literally been talking about this since 2016 because of Neptune and Pisces. And, in like 2016, Neptune and Pisces was kind of like getting to its halfway point. And, so the halfway point is important because we're like halfway through the energy. And Neptune and Pisces is a direct challenge to traditional belief. Hierophant is traditional belief, what you have always believed, what you were raised to believe about, literally everything in your life. And, I've been saying since 2016 that I think a lot of people are going to change their beliefs about things or, come to different conclusions about things that are important in life or about the things they want to accomplish or whatever the case may be. So, again, I just think this is an energy of the times, and, it might seem a little bit destructive, right? We have the Tower. But at the same time, the Tower is bringing us to reality. So we are much better able to operate in reality. And yeah, like I said, it might be uncomfortable because if you've always believed something and now you don't, it kind of challenges your worldview, but it's a good thing. Next, in your outcome row, you have this Freedom of Time card. It says, the freedom to do whatever you want with your time is one of the ultimate benchmarks of an abundant life. You are the master of your schedule. Love it. You have this Destiny card. It says, you have a divine destiny to fulfill through your career path. Your work will help you elevate the consciousness of the planet. So that's pretty powerful. I do feel like a lot of Scorpios could start being pulled in more spiritual directions. So, part of this Hierophant tower thing could be that maybe some of you want to do spiritual work, or maybe you want to do something that has where you have more of a connection. It's like, I don't think we all have to be like tarot readers or astrologers or anything like that, but maybe you have a career right now. This is kind of what I feel, just intuitively for you. It's like if you have a career where you're not really connected to the outcome, it's not very exciting. I kind of feel that the tower could say that you are admitting to yourself that you don't have a connection to something. It doesn't even have to be career. It could be anything. And I feel it's almost like the tower is saying to me, you are looking for a connection. And I'm not even talking about a person. What I'm saying is that you are looking for something where you can actually see a result. Like if we have a career, sometimes, this is not always true, but sometimes in career, it's like you can't actually see that your work is making a difference, right? And I'm not saying you hate your job or anything like that. I feel the tower is saying that you are admitting to yourself that you are looking for that type of connection where it's like you do work and you see that it's leading to a result, or that you're actually making a difference. And, I kind of feel that's something that you see and don't see at the same time. Maybe you haven't been able to verbalize what I just said, so maybe that's why you don't see it. The tower, again, is about seeing reality for what it actually is. So you've been getting the tower with me for months, at least. And I feel that a lot of you have been, maybe it's like an extended tower moment that you've been having where it's like little, like little truths are being revealed to you about your life. And so it's like you're starting to enter this new reality. Again, I really don't feel bad about it. Like, are there uncomfortable moments? Sure. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. That could be a good thing. Next, in the area of your closest relationships, you have the Eight of Pentacles. This is all relationships, not just love. The Eight of Pentacles is straightforward, diligent work. And I kind of feel you are, we had that Pisces boundaries card. I feel that you are more focused on people or relationships where they actually put in the work, or where you put in the work, right? Where you do the things necessary, where both people really do the things necessary to keep the relationship going. And again, we're not just talking about love here, we're talking about all your connections. With that Three of Cups, it's clear to me, like I said, that you are more focused on kind of like quality connections, or maybe you're focused on less connections so you can put more work in and they can put more work in, right? And that seems to be what you are learning. I also just feel very good. If you are working with a group of people, very positive. I mean, Three of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, really good cards for working, community work or working together with other people and getting a solid result. Next, in the area of your future feelings, you have the Four of Pentacles. Again, I feel strangely good about this. I'm not like the biggest fan of the Four of Pentacles because he is holding on too tightly to something that was, but I feel that some of you could be creating such good feelings that you want to hold on to them in the near future. So again, you could be really creating a great time for yourself, and I feel pretty positive about it overall. And the Four of Pentacles is a card of kind of like stability. It's like a foundational energy. And so I feel that you could be creating a solid foundation. It's almost like you're creating feelings to come back to or something. It's like, I'm a big believer in kind of like creating things that elevate your vibe, So to give you an example, it's like I have bad days. I know people accuse me of being too positive all the time, but the reason that I'm so positive is because there are certain things I do where if I'm in a bad mood, I go and do those things because I know it's going to elevate my energy. It's going to elevate my vibe, right? And so that's kind of what I'm seeing here with the Four of Pentacles is, like I said, there are like certain movies, I have music playlists and everything, all positive that lift me up, right? So if I'm in a bad mood or vibe, there are things I do to elevate it. And I feel like the Four of Pentacles could say that you are creating things that you can go back to that bring your vibe up. Your outcome is a Six of Wands, really positive. I mean, having a victory or a success. Again, this could be something you don't see coming, especially if you've been having an extended tower moment. Maybe it's hard to believe that you are going to be successful. Of course it is. So, again, I feel very good about this. That's why I'm not worried about the towers, because I feel like you are doing things, whether you realize it or not. And again, this reading is what you don't see coming. So, it makes sense that really this success or victory is something that you don't see as possible, but it is. So that's the good news. But let's clarify through here, Scorpio, and let's see what is coming up for you. With the Justice card and the Two of Cups, you have the Hangman. This could be something you've been waiting for. The funny thing about the Hangman is that his head is glowing, so he has gained enlightenment on the card, and he has basically gained some inner answers. We talked about on the Two of Cups how that can be you and your higher self. You probably have been feeling on pause. The Hangman usually comes up when we are coming out off of pause, or we feel like we've been paused in life, and now you're getting the answers. So another message that really says you need to pay attention to the signs, symbols, synchronicities, messages, everything that you are receiving at this time. With the Three of Cups, you have two cards, the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Wands is a card of not giving up, so definitely don't give up. You do have the Nine of Swords again, and the Nine of Swords could say that it's time to get out of a situation. I kind of feel like you see it, and I kind of feel like you don't. I feel like some of you have been, it's like, I don't know. The best way I can describe this to you, Scorpio, is to talk about myself, so I apologize. But there have been things in life where, like, I so badly wanted to be wrong. I wanted my initial gut instinct to be wrong, like relationships. Like, I can think of one relationship in particular where I kind of knew what was going to happen right at the beginning of the relationship, but I just wanted to be wrong. And I definitely wasn't, right? And so I only have myself to blame, right? And that's kind of what I feel here. It's like, I get this feeling of just wanting to be wrong, even though you already know the answer. And so, I don't know, do with that what you will. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the King of Wands. King of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really going for what you want. With the Nine of Pentacles, it would be about kind of like developing your confidence. She has this falcon right here, and the falcon represents the fact that she is training her focus on the Nine of Pentacles. So it's almost like saying to me that you need to focus on Nine of Pentacles energy, your environment, gratitude, luxuries, your skills as well. She can represent the skills that you have that make you special. And it could also say that you need to focus on developing your own confidence and being independent with this King of Wands energy. And I'm not saying that you aren't independent, right? But, it's like this could be about making decisions without the approval of other people. This could be having the confidence to face some sort of tradition that you don't believe in anymore. It could be the confidence to speak your mind or share what you believe. All those things are popping into my head. And I feel like what you don't see is how powerful that could be for you, right? With the Nine of Swords, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire in your life. I said this earlier, that I feel some of you here need to believe that you can accomplish something, or it's almost like you don't see that you can have the Ten of Pentacles here, and getting from here to here, I feel looks like a marathon for you, Scorpio. It's like looking at your current position and having a victory look very far away, but I feel it's closer than you think, and that's what you need to realize. With the Hierophant, you have the Knight of Cups. Yeah, you have big dreams. Isn't there there's like a Cypress Hill song, rap superstar, or rock superstar? I think there's two. But in that, there's a line in that song. It just popped into my head about having big dreams or something like that. I don't know. Someone will know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I feel like you have big dreams, Knight of Cups could be love, and there is a little bit of love here, but Knight of Cups is the dreamer. And he has these big ideas. He just needs to plant seeds in front of this water, and they will grow. And so I feel like you have dreams, and to manifest those dreams, you might have to go against conventional wisdom, or you might have to think outside the box. With the Tower, you have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is quick success or a quick conclusion. The Tower can definitely be a quick conclusion. So you could be bringing something to an end very, very quickly and moving forward. Again, this would actually be positive with the Eight of Wands. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Three of Swords. This would be about working on yourself. If you I don't really feel heartbreak energy here, but you could be thinking about a past heartbreak, or this could say that you need to work on your heart just in general with the Eight of Pentacles. The Three of Swords, those three swords are in your heart. The trick with the card is that you have to remove those swords from your own heart. So it would be a great time for you to work on yourself, right? Nine of Pentacles says the same thing. It would be a great time to work on yourself. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Hierophant again. Again, I would be careful of the beliefs that you're holding on to. Like, I can't do this. I don't have what I need to accomplish this goal. It's like I would work on those beliefs and, conquer them. With the Six of Wands, you have the Queen of Cups. Funny enough, I read Queen of Cups as you, Scorpio. Most people read her as Cancer. It doesn't really matter because she can represent water energy, and so it can be you, just in general. But, what I would say there is the Queen of Cups is about following your heart. You have this gavel card. It says involvement with the law. If you have been dealing with the law, I feel like you are going to have justice. So, you have the justice crossing with the Hangman. And, that would say you've been waiting for a long time for like some sort of, maybe you're dealing with a divorce or some sort of legal matter. And if you are, it's like you've been waiting for a result, and the Hangman would be the result. So there you go. You have this yoke card. It says feeling tied down or frustrated. Hierophant, I feel it. Hierophant is not a bad card, but just intuitively, I feel like that Hierophant is kind of holding you back a little bit in this reading. And so I feel you need to think outside the box. That will probably be the thing that will set you free with this energy. You have this older woman. It says dealings or relationships with an older woman. And then I always clarify these people cards. And you have this broken wishbone. It says wish will not be granted. I feel you need to, again, I kind of said this earlier, but, it's almost like you need to have the confidence to disappoint people. I kind of feel that the reading itself is saying, the traditional beliefs, the Hierophant, it's like maybe your parents want you to be a doctor, or maybe your parents wanted you to like go and do something with your life or whatever. And I feel like releasing the need to fulfill other people's wishes is what needs to happen here. You have this fair man card. It says dealings with a relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. And then it's clarified by this fair woman. It says dealings or relationships with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. So I always clarify these people cards, like I said, but this could be a connection that's coming in for you. I kind of feel that it might not be a fair person. Like, I feel this is saying that the two of you look similar or something like that is popping into my head. So I feel that if you are attracting, I'm not saying you like people are going to think you're brother and sister or whatever, right? But what I am saying is I feel there are a lot of similarities between you and a person you could be attracting. Finally, you have this bridge card. It says successfully overcoming problems. So yes, you will overcome the tower and be successful, as the reading says. So pretty interesting stuff here, Scorpio. Thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.